Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Colts offense ready to go here for the first time. And the former Philadelphia Eagle turned Indianapolis Colt Carson Wentz set to take over here at the controls in his first year in Indianapolis.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass. Tamp things down a little bit.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And the catch made by Hilton. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw, it's Wentz. Left side, Doyle with it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Tyquan Lewis, he read that the whole way and made the tackle. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That one caught by Ross Dwelling. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A give for Sermon running right. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now left side on the swing pass. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Nick Bosa had an outstanding freshman campaign in 2019 with a 9-sack season and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Went down with a knee injury in Week 2 last year, and the Niners' fortunes seemed to sag right along with it.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Sermon. And up nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And a dangerous throw there, as that's knocked down and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Wentz toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Play action. Now Wentz. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Azeez Al-Shaair. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Second down and goal. Wentz. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Doyle. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 25 on second down, Wentz. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Carson Wentz had Zach Ertz and later Dallas Goedert during his time in Philadelphia as excellent tight ends. But I think he'll grow to like Jack Doyle as well.
And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Garoppolo. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. On third down, Mitchell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back with a touchdown at 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A gain of 22. They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Sermon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think of, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handing to their big guy to pick up a first down.
From the 27, Garoppolo. They set up the screen for Sermon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Here's Sanu on the catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 19 yards away. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So now Wentz and the Colts offense down 18-17, less than 90 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Now Wentz. Finding Pascal, and he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Wentz. Pass complete to Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Wentz to throw. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Nick Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.